Today on Ask Kelly, I'm going to be discussing a Nutribullet and how we can make a balanced Nutribullet, because often when people make smoothies, they tend to make more fruit or vegetable type juices, and they complain that they don't keep them full for most of the morning or most of the afternoon. So the key is to ensure that your Nutribullet or your smoothie is balanced so that it has all of the food groups in it. So I've put the 3 food groups on 3 different trays here so that you can see what I mean. So these are your carbohydrates. You've got your 2 groups of fruits, your lower, what we call fructose fruits, and your higher fructose fruits, and then your oats. We've got your 2 dairy options here, which is milk or yogurt, or your organic whey protein powder. And then you've got your fats, which are your nuts and seeds. These are your chia seeds or pumpkin seeds, and then any of your nut butters. And then this is what I call your 4th group, which is your free foods. So these are all your really high B vitamin vegetables. Your mint, celery, lemon and spinach, those are just my favorites that I like to add. But anything that is calorie free can be added into your Nutribullet to beef up the fiber and the nutritional content. So today I'm going to show you how to make 2 different types of smoothies. I'm going to make what my husband calls the creamy type or the milky type, and then I'm also going to make a green one, but both of them are going to both be really balanced. So that's the key, is to make sure that all of those food groups are in both of them, although they can have a really different taste. So we're going to start with probably my favorite smoothie that I make at least once a week, and it's a green one. So I normally recommend aiming at about a cup of carbs per smoothie that you choose to make. So this is the cup measure. I'm going to use some pawpaw because I really like the texture that the pawpaw gives the smoothie. Some bananas, and then I'm going to use a little bit of my rolled oats because those are a really good fiber source, and they help with my satiety. They keep me nice and full. So there's my cup of carbohydrates into my Nutribullet, but you can use any smoothie maker. It doesn't necessarily need to be a Nutribullet. So those are my carbs. Then I'm not the biggest fan of milk, so I tend to use organic whey protein powder. But make sure that this is not just your protein powder that you get at the muscle building stores, okay? This is organic. It says organic on the label. This is what it looks like from the store, and it says just whey, and if you look on the ingredients list, it just says whey powder. It doesn't have any additives or flavorants to it. So you normally put about a teaspoon in there of what I call my protein, and then my fat of choice in this one is generally some almonds, and then your chia seeds are really high in omega-3, so a really good fat supplement to add into your Nutribullet. That's all the food groups. So we've got our carbs, our protein, and our fats. And then I add what I call my free or my high vitamin antioxidant foods like spinach. So I put a good handful of baby spinach. Make sure you get baby spinach and not real spinach or Swiss chard, because it's really bitter compared to your baby spinach. And then 1 or 2 leaves of mint will just give it a nice zing, and a squeeze of lemon for a little bit more antioxidants. And then if you're someone who prefers the sweeter side of life, you can add a little teaspoon, half a teaspoon actually, of your raw honey to the mix. Once you've added all your ingredients into your blender, you're going to add some water. It all depends on how thick you like your smoothies. I don't like them very thick, so I only add a small amount of water. And then some ice blocks just to make it nice and cold, almost like a slush puppy texture. You can also freeze your fruit, and then you don't need to add the ice. So the next one I'm going to make is what is more like a milkshake, you could say, because it's got milk in it. You could also use yogurt though. So I'm going to use again my cup of carbohydrates, my cup of fruit. So I'm going to use some bananas and some strawberries and then also my favorite, some blueberries. So those are going to be my carbs. Then this time my protein is going to be milk, and I normally use about a half a cup. Oopsie. And then the fat. So instead of using nuts this time, I'm going to use my nut butters. This is almond butter, but you could use organic peanut butter or organic macadamia butter, whatever flavor you really like. It's quite expensive, but it's really worth it, and it is really good for you as long as it's the organic one. And then again, I'm going to use some of my chia seeds because they really are just so good. Adding a little bit of water again, just because we want to make it nice and sort of smooth like a drink instead of too chunky. And then again, my ice. As soon as you use a dairy, you really want to make sure you put some ice, or make sure one of your fruits are frozen, because you don't want a warm, milky smoothie. So some ice, and there we have it. So there you have it. 2 balanced smoothies, each in their separate glasses. I think I'm going to go green today.